Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Chad Williams Fixes All. In this episode, we're working on the Saturn Vue, and we're going to be restoring these headlights with the 3M Headlight Restoration System. Let's get to it. So I've been working on the Saturn Vue on and off now. We replaced the engine on it, doing some other modifications and enhancements on it. But I got a few things more to do, but in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and try to clean up these headlights. So I've done this before to other cars that I've flipped and owned myself, but I need to do it to this one because these are just really bad. The Saturn Vues kind of get that way anyways, but these ones are really bad. But I've used this kit before, so this is the 3M Headlight Restoration System. It worked really well before, and if you just follow the directions, it does great. And what we're going to do is do the exact same thing to this Saturn Vue. So we'll go ahead and prep the area and everything like that, and go ahead and show you how we're going to restore these headlights, so that way you don't have to go out and buy brand new ones just because they're fogged up. So let's go ahead and prep the area, and I'll explain the process throughout, and let's get to it. So the only other items that you need besides the restoration kit is a spray bottle with some water in it. I just used an old Lysol bottle. Some microfiber towel, or I'm using just regular shop towels. A drill, you can use a corded or cordless, and then some masking tape so you can protect the surrounding areas. That's actually going to be the first thing that we're going to do on this. Is we're going to go ahead and pop the hood, get that up off the headlight, and then we're going to go ahead and tape up the surrounding area on this headlight. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so it's just real quick and simple to tape this up. Luckily, I have a lot of body gap between the headlight and the front bumper, so hopefully you have as much as I do. But we're just mostly taping it up, so that way when you're running the drill with the sandpaper, you're not going to be nicking the bumper and scratching your paint. So just getting a little bit of extra tape. Won't hurt if you want to, but I'm feeling pretty confident with that amount. And we'll go ahead and bust open the 3M restoration kit, and we'll take a look at all the sanding disc and what we have to do here. So let's go and open that up. All right, now with the restoration kit open, we can go through all the items that came inside the kit. First thing you got is the disc pad holder. So this is just a foam hook and loop disc pad holder that fits into your drill. You got 6 of these 500 grit gold sanding pads. You have 4 of the 800 grit white sanding pads. And then you have 1 3000 grit sanding pad. You also have a compound pad, so this also goes right onto that attachment. And then you have the rubbing compound for when you're polishing the headlights. So this is everything that came along with the kit. And first thing I believe we have to do is start by sanding it down with the 500 grit, and that is going to be a dry sand. So let's go ahead and put one of these sanding pads on here, and then hook this up to the drill and start sanding. So before we start sanding, we're actually going to go ahead and take our soapy water, and we're just going to clean this real quick. So got off all that nastiness. Now we can take our 500 grit and we can start sanding. I would take long swipes back and forth, not staying in one spot and not pushing too hard. Let the pad breathe so that way it doesn't get all clogged up when you're sanding. Once you see it all clogged up, you might need to switch out to a new one. But if you do it just right, you can make these things last for quite a long time. So let's go ahead and just start sanding it down, knocking down all this haziness that's on top of the headlight here. So let's go and start doing it. So we're halfway through sanding this with the 500 grit. You can see the sanding pad's looking pretty good still. I'm just kind of knocking it out every once in a while, make sure it's not getting too clogged up. And then I like to take a rag and just kind of rub on this, getting all the loose stuff off, and then taking another pass on it. It also lets you see where you have some deeper spots. These can be caused by just simple rock chips or any type of bug that might have ate away at some type of surface. But it's nice to see what you have to work towards. You don't have to get them all out perfectly. I wouldn't like spend a lot of time on trying to get those out, but it's nice to see what you haven't done. But I've done most of it, but I'm going to take a few more passes, kind of get this nice and smooth, all the imperfections out before switching up to the 800 grit. All right, so this pad's pretty well done. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off, get a new 500 grit pad, and do a couple more passes on it. All right, there we are with the final pass of the 500. I'm happy with those results. Now we're gonna go ahead and switch it up to the 800. All right, we're gonna go and take off our 500 here. Go on our 800. Now we're gonna take a few passes with the 800, get it nice and smooth, and then I'm gonna spray a little bit of water on top of it. Now, they don't say that you have to use water on this step of the process, but I like to use a little bit of water to kind of get it nice and smooth and keep this thing clean. So if you're going to follow the instructions exactly as the book, this is a dry method, but I'm going to throw in some water on it after I take a few passes on it. All right, after the first few passes of the 800, it's looking great. Now, it's gonna look super fogged. This is like super fogged. But with the polishing, that's where we get all of it back to brand new. So just gonna spray a little bit of water on this. All right, now with the 800 grit, sand it down twice with the wet. I'm gonna wipe this all off. Looking a lot better now. And next we're gonna go ahead and wet sand with the 3000 grit. Let's go ahead and get that put on. Go ahead, spray some water on it, get nice and wet, and then go ahead and start sanding. All right, after we're done sanding that down with the 300 grit, we're just gonna clean it off with just some regular water and a new towel. Get everything off of there. Like the instructor said, you can also use a microfiber. All right, now with this completely dried off, our next step is use rubbing compound and the foam disc to polish this out. So we'll go ahead and put this onto the drill and then open this up, put a few dabs all over the foam pad, and then we'll go ahead and start polishing this. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're just going to go ahead and tap the foam pad all over the place on here, just kind of get it spread out before we start working it in. All right, that's just a basic first pass. I'm gonna go ahead and use my microfiber cloth. I did end up finding one back there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that off. Looking really good so far. Wow, that is looking really good. Then we're gonna go ahead and put a little more compound on our foam pad here and do another pass on it. All right, we just went ahead and went through our second pass there. Now we're going to use our microfiber cloth again. It's going to clean that. That's looking really, really, really good. So that is complete over here on this side. Let's go ahead and remove the tape, shut the hood, and let's get a comparison to the other side here. All right, with the hood closed, look at that. That thing looks brand new. What a contrasted difference between the passenger side headlight and the driver's side. This one's looking great. Honestly, this is so simple to do, and it lasts for a long time. This headlight over there looks like it's never been touched since 2004, and it literally shows. It looks terrible, but this one looks like it's brand new. So the results don't lie. I'll go ahead and open the garage door now, and we'll take a little bit further look back at it, see it head on, not just so up close. Wow, look at that. That driver's side one looks like brand new, and that passenger side looks terrible. So this kit definitely does its job. All right, well, that is a wraps for this episode. So if you want headlights looking like that right there, go ahead and click into the description and venture out to Amazon off my link there and pick you up one of these 3M restoration kits. Works great. You've seen how easy it was. Just need a drill and a few common things, and your headlights be looking like new. So if you like this video, please click like. If you like me and my channel, click subscribe. Check out other things I'm also doing. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.